Awesome. Jared, let's start with you.
Hey, Samson, good to see you again.
What's up? How are you guys doing today?
Good. Got to start by asking about your first touch. What was it like to get out there and make that play last week?
Man, it felt right, honestly. It felt like I was at home. You know, I was back at home, honestly, too, in Vegas. Coach said big-time players make big-time plays, so I had to come in and make a big-time play for everybody, contribute somehow.
I know we're going to pepper you with questions about the rivalry game, of course. I'm sure you're expecting that, but I saw a flag that I guess is going to be carried out in honor of Ty Jordan, and I just wanted to get your thoughts about that and what that means to you personally, just as far as the honor, the recognition between the schools regarding that situation.
It brings me actually a lot of joy and happiness to see that we're able to set this game aside and that we're all able to come together and know that there's something bigger than football, that this young man's life means a lot more than just football. Like, he was more than just a football player. And Ty Jordan was such a good guy, good kid to me for his first year being up there. Me and him talked as much as we could on the field and talked a little bit off the field. But I just remember him always smiling and always just wanting to do everything he can to help the team out. And he was just a good kid.
Awesome. Let's go Trevor and then Mitch.
Hey, Samson. So what's it like being on the other end of the rivalry, obviously suiting up for Utah, your first part of your college career, and now BYU? What's it just like being on the other side?
It's honestly, it's something so hard to describe. Like, I've been in red and I've heard the thunder over there and I felt, what it felt like to play in red, and I loved every moment of it. And now I'm starting to get to experience a little bit of the blue, and honestly, I can just say I love both of the teams. I'm so thankful for both of them taking their chances on me and just accepting me for me. And I don't know if I love one more than the other. Honestly, just being here right now, it feels perfect. And being back when I was, it felt perfect at the time, and everything's just falling into place.
Have you talked to some of your former teammates this week up at Utah?
Yeah, I've actually been texting a couple. We have a old football Utah GM with some of the old boys back from the older teams, and someone messaged it the other day. They're like, Samson, I totally forgot you even played for BYU. And I was like, yep, bro, I'm down here. I'm ready to rock. And they were just texting me. They're like, they've been more excited to play this week, this game more than any other game. And I just told them I was the same way. I felt there's just more energy in the air. Everything's just a bit more exciting.
Thank you, Samson.
Samson, a simple question for you. Are you planning on, or are you expecting to play this week?
I'm expecting to play every week, honestly. It's always up to the coaches if they feel like I'm ready to. I know I've had minor issues in the past, but I feel 100%. I've been going all week this week, and I'm just ready to rock. And whenever they call my number, I'm just ready to make a play for them.
What are characteristics from Utah secondary? They've had a pipeline of guys get to the league from that group, and this year's crop seems to be another group of talented players in that secondary. You got some familiarity with them. What are some maybe attributes or characteristics that stand out from that group?
I think the biggest thing is them being very assignment sound. They listen and they dedicate their jobs to Scally, and they do it perfectly. Scally's a great defensive coordinator, and they do as they're told, and they're perfectly assignment sound. They make plays when they need it to be, and they just do their 111. Everyone was 11 men on the field. You stick to your 111 job, the team will end up winning, and they seem to be really perfect assignment sound, and that's really good. The front sevens are definitely a lot more physical than the team we played last week, and it's going to be fun to test our own physicality and test their physicality and see, who's hit the weight room a little bit more.
All right, Jay, and then Alex.
Yeah, Samson, how would you compare the approaches of the two programs to the rivalry game? I know you've only been a couple, a little bit with BYU, but are they similar or different? And if they're different, in what way?
Oh, I think they're very similar. Everyone holds, a high standard for this game. Not any more than any other game, but this game's definitely got a little bit more juice to it, and everyone takes this to the T. This is really, you got Utah State over there, the little brothers, the third wheeler right there, but the main focus is between BYU and Utah. So both of the teams know it. both the teams prepare like we're the best in the state, and I love the intensity of it. I don't think there's any drop off from one school to the other. Everyone comes and knows what's on the line and ready to play some ball.
So when Kyle Whittingham called it the in-state game and didn't even call it the rivalry game, how did that go over down at BYU?
We try not to focus as much as in the media. We're really focused on being right here, right now with the team, being in the moments of practice. We just did a True Blue Hero with one of our good boys, Afu. He's going through a lot right now, so we're just focused on being right here, right now, and when the game comes, we'll be locked in and ready to go.
Samson, again, having trained having prepared for this game on the Utah sideline, and now you're preparing for it on the BYU sideline. How would you say your preparation changes from week to week when you're going into a rivalry game? Do you think it increases more? Do you think you're more trying to prepare yourself harder for this game, or do you feel like it doesn't really change at all?
Unless it's probably like playoffs or championship, it's hard for me to look at this game as any bigger than any other regular game. In order to make the playoffs or even championship, you got to take one game at a time. You got to have a good record to even make it there. So it's really focusing on right now. We're not taking this more than we're taking Arizona, or taking more than Arizona State we got next week. Like, this game is the main focus right now. So everything is going into this game right now.
Okay, we'll do Jared, last question.
Samson, if you were able to go and you make a play out there, what type of reaction do you anticipate from the Utah fans? Devin will probably get the BYU fan reaction if he makes a play on the other side, but what do you anticipate?
Man, I hope I get a big cheer, because it was not easy making the decision for sure, leaving my team up there. I hope they still got love for me, because I still got so much love for them up in my heart, and I just want a big cheer. If not, it's all good. I still got love for them. Ain't nothing ever going to change. I'm thankful for them always.
I don't know if you heard what Kalani said on Monday about, how it's good for the soul to not root against people or anything like that. What is that? I mean, that just seems to speak to Kalani, but what does that mean to you? Since you've seen both sides.
It means a lot to me, actually, honestly, because everyone's always saying compete with the person next to you, compete with the guy next to you. And I've always thought that as a little weird, especially with my teammates or even the other guy across from me. I'm not really trying to compete with you. I'm always competing with myself, I've always felt like. And I want that the same for everyone. I want everyone to succeed in this life. This life isn't easy. Everyone's been through so much in their life. And whether we're on the same team or not, I want to see you succeed. I want you to be happy in your life. I want you to be able to take care of yourself and your family. So I got no hate. I don't have time to hate or wish them losing. I don't got time. I just wish for the best team that prepares will come out and win. And that's how it's going to be.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Samson. You're good to go.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks, Samson.
Yep.